Let's talk about Pixels for just a moment. We know that we're headed towards the next Google I/O event, which will take place on May the 10th. And we have felt quite sure for some time that the upcoming Pixel 7a, of course, the sequel to the Pixel 6a, would be fully unveiled at this May 10th Google I/O event. This device is slated to receive some big advantages, some big improvements over the Pixel 6a, like wireless charging, like a faster refresh rate, like the newer Google Tensor G2 chipset, like maybe an improved camera setup, and probably some other things as well. We also have heard that the upcoming Google Pixel Fold, my most anticipated device, might also be unveiled at that very same event, and then of course be available to be purchased shortly thereafter. Well, now we have what we believe to be probably very strong confirmation of some of these things. So let's jump over to the Twitter account of one Jon Prosser of Front Page Tech, I believe is the name of his very popular, very successful tech YouTube channel. And Mr. Prosser himself tweeted here, Google Pixel 7a coming in charcoal, snow, sea, which is light blue, and coral, which is a Google store only, not to be confused with the lead character from The Walking Dead's son, Coral. And of course, I showed you some of these colors about a week ago in some prior leaks. Now we know the names of them, I guess, might be an updated thing, but we saw these colors. Announcement, he says, May 10th, available for purchase immediately. So does that mean, you're going to buy this thing and it's shipping out that very same day? That would be very, very interesting. 6A will not be discontinued. Maybe it drops to a lower price point. And if that's the case, man, what if the 6A is like $200 going forward? Oh my goodness gracious. If you need a smartphone, you've got $200 and that's what it's going to sell for, hypothetically, that would be one of the best values on planet Earth for a smartphone. Maybe the 7A is like $450. Maybe it's $250. Right? Something like that. Maybe it's $300. Even at $300, it's probably still a fairly decent buy. So some of this stuff here we already kind of knew, but confirmation again from Mr. Prosser. But there's another tweet. I was literally in the process of editing this video and another news story was posted. Sources, Pixel 7a to start out at $499 and available on, the day after Google I/O. So that part lines up with what we just said. $499, a $50 price hike from last time. Maybe this makes a bit more sense as to why the 6A will remain. It's going to drop into the budget phone range. This is your mid-range. Then you got your 8, your 8 Pro, and then your Fold is clean off the screen. I also want to point out, this is from Max, who seems to be fairly plugged in, and he's doubling down on the 64 megapixel primary sensor in the 7A. Oh my goodness, if that happens, that's going to be pretty cool. Back to the prior video now. A second tweet, this one about the Pixel Fold. And of course, he's showing an image here that they produced over at Front Page Tech of exactly what this Pixel Fold is meant to look like. And I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I love the way that this thing looks. I like the shortness. I like the width. It's just absolutely great. And this is what John says. There's a few surprisers here, right? So first off, announcement May 10th. Yeah, we knew that already, John. Thank you. Pre-order from the Google Store May 10th as well. So you can pre-order the day of the I/O event. Pre-order from partners and carriers May 30th. So you're going to have to wait a little while to order from the carriers. And then it's going to be available a full month after that, June 27th. It's a long ways away, guys. I don't want June 27th. I want now. I want it now. So that's a little bit disappointing, but it also lines up with some of the prior rumors that we heard of June for the Pixel Fold. But if you look down at the bottom of this, you kind of buried the lead. You buried the lead, John. Big question, what are the prices? And this is something that we've heard back and forth. Initially, we heard $1,800, and then we saw reports that they were looking at maybe as cheap as like $1,400, $1,500. And that would be a really big advantage for Google, considering that the Z Fold 5, coming out probably in August, is likely to be $1,800. Maybe they would want to undercut them a bit. It's the Fold 5 versus the Pixel Fold 1. And maybe they're going to think, well, it's a pretty, well-designed, a pretty well-polished and fleshed out competitor there. We need to come in a bit cheaper. Well, John responds to this and says, $1,799. So no change in the price from John's reporting. He said $1,800 to begin with, and he's sticking with $1,800, and that is very expensive. It puts it right there on parity with the Z Fold 5. So as I said in a tweet here, I'm sure this is where these notifications are coming from, is that the Pixel Fold better not miss, because the Fold 5, is going to be the best Z Fold yet. It's going to fold flat. It's going to be thinner. It's going to have a brand new processor that, let's be honest, if we're competing with what it's going to have versus the Tensor G2, it's going to be the faster phone. It's going to potentially have more longevity as well. At $1,799, same price, the Pixel Fold better be really, really good, because August will not be that far from June, and the Fold 5 we know is going to be stellar. So guys, I don't have much more to talk about besides just that. That's the news. That's where we're at. I've talked about this stuff ad nauseum. You can find more videos on the Pixel Fold and the 7a on this very channel that you are on in the same playlist this is likely to be in. You're going to want to hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss out on more content just like this. Of course, I will have hopefully both of these devices in-house to review hopefully very, very soon. And you're not going to miss out on that stuff. So guys, I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.